As you say.
Yes.
Yes. So, you're a Howe.
Do you have a point, Mage?
Hey, I'm fond of the Howes. I'm also fond of the whys, the whos, and the whats.
How clever.
Oh, it's shameful how long it took me to come up with that.
Ah, it's the Warden Commander! The rumours about you did not overstate it. I have a business proposal. Look for me by the house near the gates. I promise it will be worthwhile.
They used to display the heads of traitors over that gate. I suppose my father is lucky his didn't end up there.
Hey, what are you staring at? Looking to start something? Who's asking? Oh, here to investigate the chasm, are you? It's about time. I can't take all the credit for finding the rift, you know. Mika here fell in first. Well, it's quite a ways out of town. We were tracking a buck off in that direction, you see, before this darkspawn mess. We'd been on his tail for about a week at that point. I'd wager he thought it was great fun leading us on a merry chase as he did. That buck was a sly one, he was. He had big feet and a... Oh, the chasm, yes. We saw it coming over a rise. It was really something to behold. A huge cleft, as though the Maker himself had cracked the earth in two, like an egg.
I like eggs.
It looked like someone had tried to build over it, but it must have been abandoned a long time ago. No one in town knew about it. No, I'm not sure. I didn't ask everyone, but if someone knew about it, they never said anything. Well, of course, we had to investigate. That was when Mika fell in. A shriek like you wouldn't believe, and he was gone.
Earth crumbled, not stable.
Right. And as Mika lay there yelling about his knee or his head or what have you, the darkspawn appeared. More than a brood and less than a horde. They seemed occupied, like they had someplace really important they had to be. Didn't notice us at all, thank the Maker.
The Darkspawn was so occupied as to overlook two screaming injured men. Boggles the mind.
I marked the chasm on my map so we could avoid it, but sounds like you want to know where it is, so here you go. So, we getting anything for our trouble? Thanks. This'll get me good and drunk at the inn. Take my mind off the trouble out there.
Ah, can you smell that? That is the smell of freedom. It comes complete with the smell of dogs and dust, but the freedom is in there too. Oh, the fact that there are pies around to smell is a step up for me. I've had a pieless existence, more or less. I escaped from the tower 7 times. After the last time, they put me in solitary confinement for a year. Eventually, I'm sure they would have branded me a Maleficar, true or not, and executed me. The problem is that mages are tolerated, barely. It's like you need permission to be alive. There's nothing a mage can do to prove himself. Everyone needs to be protected from you. The end. The Tevinter Imperium has a better way, but we know how that argument flies around here. All I want is a pretty girl, a decent meal, and the right to shoot lightning at fools. See? I knew you understood. Never mind me. Now and again I recall that I'm not sitting in a cell and I have to smile, that's all.
Of course.
Yes? Thanks, I guess. You shouldn't have. Who's the pretty kitty? Yes, you are.
You seem rather attached to that cat, Anders.
It's more that he's rather attached to me. Isn't that right, Sir Pounce-a-Lot?
Isn't that name a little ridiculous?
What do you think I should call him? Frederick?
There are worse names, I suppose.
Ah, Warden Commander. I knew you'd come. You know an opportunity when it presents itself, no? I offer a partnership that would benefit us both. The bartender at a local inn has overstepped his bounds. He was hired to watch one of the entrances to our den, but now seeks to extort more coin. Terrible, isn't it? A person of your influence would have no trouble convincing him to open the passage. Return to me when this is done. Why won't you let us in?
My pardon, sir. I was paid a whole sovereign to give this letter to you. I told him I did. There are easier ways of getting a message to the Commander of the Grey. Some visiting knight didn't catch his face. Full helmet, you know. He said he was Sir Wolf of Rivane. Ah, the Dark Wolf's nothing but a rumour. Mind you, he was acting suspicious. No, sir. Again, my pardon.
It's the constable's orders. There's no place for you in the city.
Well, they don't look infected. And he has children.
Look, we let some in, we'll have the rest scratching at our eyes. No exceptions. Those smugglers are bastards for taking advantage of the chaos.
Excuse me, but I need to search your packs for smuggled goods. But I have to. Constable's orders. We've been having trouble with smugglers and...
What are you doing, man? Are you accusing the commander of the Grey of smuggling?
But You said everyone...
You are dismissed. I apologize. Smugglers and thieves have all but taken over the city. We could certainly use your help in this. Come speak to me later if you're interested.
Yes. As you say.
Ah, Warden Commander. I take it you've decided to help us. With trade slowed to a crawl, smugglers have moved in, selling stolen goods at exorbitant prices. If we could shut down their operation and seize their supplies, we could distribute it to the needy. There is a smuggler doing business in the market. He probably knows where the hideout is. We haven't been able to get anything from him, but maybe you can.
So, you think there's an apothecary around here somewhere? Well, yeah, I don't want to bother you with this, you being my boss and all. Right. Look, for the past few days I've had this burning rash. The skin's actually got a sort of greenish look to it. Right. too much information. Sorry.
Ah, Warden Commander. I take... If we could shut down their operation and seize their supply...
It will be done.
So, you think there's an apothecary around here? Well, yeah, I don't want to bother you with this, you being my boss and all. I've tried those, but they only stop the itching for a few hours. Right. Look, for the past few days I've had this burning rash. The skin's actually got a sort of greenish look to it. I didn't touch anything! You know, I bet it's that Grey Warden stuff we had to drink. Too late for regrets. Yeah, I'll just see if I can't find some nice minty balm somewhere in this town.
Oh, it is so good to see you, my friend. I contemplated visiting you at Vigil's Keep, but things got busy. The College of the Magi is convening in Cumberland, and I must attend. Hopefully, all this will blow over before it's begun. But you have enough on your mind as it is. I shan't trouble you with this further. Very well. Then perhaps you should know that something stirs within the fraternities. The Libertarians wish to pull away entirely from the Chantry. And if they get enough support...
Pull away entirely? That's madness. I hate Chantry oversight as much as the next mage. But they can't just decide to leave. This is a recipe for disaster.
Well, it could turn out to be nothing. But keep your ear to the ground anyway. Now, I have a great many preparations to make before I leave for Navarra. But perhaps there is something you can do for me. One of my colleagues, Ines, has spent the last few months in the Wending Wood. The Circle has been unable to reach her, given the trouble in the area. If you happen to find yourself in the wood on your travels, perhaps you could tell her about the meeting of the college. Oh, who knows, rooting around in the dirt for some obscure plant or other, most likely. She has a keen interest in gardening. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant botany. Hobbies and eccentricities aside, Ines is a well-respected mage and a voice of reason, something we could use on our side. The hour is late and I must go. It was wonderful to see you again. Take care, my friend.
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God. And he is our maker. Give shelter to the weary and lift up the weak. In time, the Maker will see and smile upon your deeds.
Don't touch me! Don't. May I help you? I am fortunate indeed that the Commander of the Grey has taken a personal interest in this matter. I'm sorry our note was vague, but Amaranthine is a hotbed of Maleficar activity. Details of who and what they were about would undoubtedly get back to them. I have worked with an artist to create these sketches of the three suspects. If you could confront them and question them, you would be doing the Maker's work.
Yes.
The sins of man brought the blight to us. And now this. The sins of you. We must follow the example of Andraste and reflect upon the chant of light. Your friends and neighbors would do well to heed this lesson and join us. It's not like Karam to be gone this long. I was sure I would find him at the inn. People are far too lax in tending to their spiritual affairs.
Of course. Yes.
I hear Hubert's gang got there.
That looks fine indeed.
No!
As you say.
We should rise up.
Huh?
Rise up and take back power.
Back from all those nosy guards and who watch us with their eyes.
Sure.
I'll do it, you just watch.
Looking to wet your whistle, stranger? Yes, I remember him. You'll want to speak to my boss over at the bar.
It will be done.
Who do you think would win in a fight? Andraste or the Archdemon?
The Archdemon.
But Andraste could call on them.
Something I can do for you, friend. And who are you supposed to be that's asking? A dwarf? Truly? Well, I suppose I... Well, never mind that. Haven't seen that fellow Christoph for almost a week now. Not sure where he went. His room's paid up to the end of the month. I guess he expected he'd be here a while. Of course. Here you go. It's the last room at the end of the hall. If he comes back and gets upset, however, it's on your head.
That would be cheating. Are you calling Andraste a dirty cheater?
She cheated on her husband, didn't she?
Yes. It will be done. Very well.
That's a strange place to store a pitchfork.
Oi, about time you showed up.
Nemea, you're still here.
I keep my promises. Here, turns out you were right. The cache is here in Amaranthine.
It is? You found it?
I did. What you do with that information is up to you. I, for one, am done dealing with mages.
I guess I should thank you.
Damned right you should. You get caught, Anders, I'm not helping you again. That's all I'm saying.
I suppose that requires some explanation. She's normally more welcoming than that. A lot more. Nemea is a friend. Last time I escaped from the tower, I asked her to look into some things. That's why I was in Amaranthine. The Templars thought I'd come to take a ship, but it was to meet her. During the Blight, the Templars moved their store of phylacteries to Amaranthine for safety. My phylactery is among them, Nemea learned. So long as the Templars have that sample of my blood, they can find me. I need to destroy it. What's to stop the Chantry from deciding mages and the Grey Wardens are apostates too? I want to be sure they can't ever find me again. Ever. I know we're busy killing Darkspawn and all, but the sooner we find this vial, the better I'll feel. Shall we get a move on?
I see you got my letter, Commander. It's an honor to meet you. In the flesh. The less you know of me, the better. But by some, I am called the Dark Wolf. In the depths of the city, there is murmuring. Murmuring that nobles want you dead. I'd like to help. You see, I have hopes that the Wardens will prove more fit to rule this land than the late Arl Rendon Howe. His confederates are the conspirators. But to unearth their identities, I'll need resources. 50 sovereigns. Corrupt, miserly nobles have beggared many a proud commoner. Some commoners turn to distasteful occupations just to survive. Is it not fitting that they would want to strike back in the only way they're able? It will be done. Give me some time. It figures, actually. There used to be another statue here. It was of Byron Howe, my great-uncle. He died in the rebellion, helping King Merrick reclaim his throne. Yet his statue is gone. All because of what my father did. Don't bother. Nobody here will want to see it. There's a long line of heroes in my family. The Howes have been around since Callan had. Now it's all gone. And for what? For being on the wrong side of the war? For choosing poorly? Maybe you're right. I wish I knew exactly how. I wonder what happened to the old statue. Likely propping up the side of a chantry or something. Poor Al Byron. Yeah, statues of her pigeons. I don't want to look at it.
Yes, heart's blood.
Very well.
Warden Commander! Thank the Maker you're finally here. I was afraid our messages never got through to you. Yes. Thank you for coming to the Guild. We need your help. Our caravans are being attacked. The wagons are burnt to ashes, and there have been no survivors. It's gotten worse lately. People from the neighbouring villages have found guards torn limb from limb and left in the village square. I don't know. How would I know the minds of these monsters, whoever or whatever they are? Whatever it is, it's completely crippled trade between Amaranthine and Denerim. No one wants to travel the road through the Wending Wood. Can the Grey Wardens help at all? Others start making excuses when they hear how brutal the killings have been. The Grey Wardens are our last hope. Oh, Maker, bless you and watch over you. If you can stop the killings, the Merchants Guild will make a hefty donation to your organisation. You have my promise.
Spare anything, sir. The family farm was burned by Darkspawn. They won't let us in the city.
Greetings, Warden Commander. You're the sort who delights in helping the common man, yes? May I direct you to the Merchants Guild's board? Folk here often need goods from far-flung parts. They post the requests here. There is good coin in this, particularly with trade halted by the trouble on the roads. If you ever feel inclined, please take a look at the jobs available. It is so good to see you well, Commander.
As you say.
Delilah? Is that really you?
Nathaniel! I had feared the worst.
Times must have been hard, Delilah. But you can do better than this. Come back to the estate until we find somewhere else.
What? Oh, Nathaniel, I didn't marry Albert out of desperation. I adore him. I was so glad to get away from Father's evil. This life is so much better.
Father's evil? Isn't that overstating things a little? He got caught up in politics.
You weren't here. You didn't see what he did, Nathaniel. You want the culprit who destroyed our family? It was him, without question.
I had no idea.
Of course you did. But you always worshipped Father, right from when you were a little boy. Come, brother, let us sit and catch up a bit, shall we?
She said she wants me to come back. Once all this is done. Meet her husband. She's due by the spring. She seems happy. She said Father deserved to die. I still can't believe it. I thought he had his reasons. It was a war for Andraste's sake. Before I went to the Free Marches, he was never... How could he have changed so much? What if I'd never left? I didn't have much choice, but still. I wish I'd known some of this sooner. I feel like such a fool. Now please, let's get back to our business. I need to think.
Must keep calm, keep normal. Yes, everything is fine.
Yes.
I once knew someone who bought a piece of Andraste's shin bone in the Amaranthine market.
Greetings, could I interest you in, Wait a minute. My lad said they saw you talking to the... You'll learn not to stick your nose where it don't belong.
As you say. Of course. Yes. As you say.
Templars bloody everywhere. Templars bloody everywhere. Must stay sharp. Templars bloody everywhere. Must stay sharp. Templars bloody everywhere. Must stay sharp.
Scum called in for help.
Yes.
Shut them all.
Shall not touch me. course.
Any luck with the smugglers? That house has been locked up for years. To think that all this time it's been hiding the entrance. There will surely be someone on guard. Where there's a guard, there's a key. If you can find a way into the hideout, the smugglers won't have a chance. Good luck, Commander.
You bloody bastard! You won't catch me! This is a waste of time! It will be done.
I think that's where the phylacteries are. It's probably guarded.
Very well.
By the power in my blood, you will suffer for what you have done to my apprentices!
So good to see you again. It seems I owe you a reward, yes? Yes, of course.
What can I get for you, friend? What? Did they put you up to this? Huh. If they can get the Warden Commander to do their dirty work, they can afford to pay me more. You might have a point there. It'll take me some time to move stuff out of the way. Come back soon and it'll be ready. Is there anything else I can do for you? What can I get for you, friend? What can I get?
Best watch yourself if you head out of town.
What can I get for you, friend?
Of course.
Repent and have faith, and you shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction.
Yes.
Give shelter to the weary, and lift up the weak. In time, the Maker will see and smile upon your deeds.
I will pray for you, Commander. People are far too lax in tending to their spiritual affairs.
As you say.
If anyone can get rid of the smugglers, it's the Grey Wardens.
You don't always wear robes, do you?
Not when I'm naked, I don't.
I mean when you run from the circle. Robes would make you easy to spot.
So does the big I'm a mage sign around my neck. I like to make it easy for the Templars.
Ah, so that's how it's going to be.
Doors busted down, skulls thumped, and vices preyed upon. But I have answers. I could not unearth the conspirators' identities. They are paranoid. But I know they meet at Old Stark's farm on the Ferroval Plains. Make her be with you.
You're going beyond the call of duty, Warden Commander. We're grateful.
As you say.
If anyone can get rid of the smugglers, it's the Grey Wardens.
Greetings, Warden Commander.
If anyone can get rid of the
You're going
smugglers,
beyond the call
it's
of
the
duty.
Grey Wardens.
It will be done.
Here to protect while it's not
As you say.
The Darkspawn was supposed to go away when the Archdemon died.
Of course.
It's worse than before.
Yes.
I heard
Very
that.
well.
About you. You were giving some of my... I heard about you. You were giving some of my boys trouble, weren't you? Well,
Let's make this quick!
Hey, why didn't we think of this earlier? Wine and women all day and all night.
Here's to our mysterious benefactor.
Long may this cow be milked. Hey, you're that important person.
Get out of here.
It will be done.
He hung himself. Oh, Karam, why couldn't you have told me?
How do the Templars always find you, Anders?
Incredibly angry. That's how they find me.
There must be some trick to it, surely.
They began recruiting women. The male Templars never stopped to ask for directions.
You're impossible to talk to.
I do my best.